All right, what to do, good people? I'm going to go ahead and walk you through the process of how to answer these questions using Delta Math. So this will be small groups. Corresponding parts of congruent shapes are congruent. So the CPCTC is what we will be going over that you kind of briefly remembered from your journal assignment, right? So for this question again, anytime we in Delta Math and we're confused, we don't understand what's going on, show example. Go to the example, kind of see what they're trying to show you, what they're trying to get you to understand through a couple examples. So I always do a minimum of three. If I need more, fine, I can have it, but I want to be able to see three because sometimes you might not be in class. So if you're not in class, then it's going to be kind of difficult to really know what to do, right? So this is that big help that you could get an assist from by doing that, right? So this one is saying that figure 1 and 2 below are congruent. Which angle corresponds to angle P? So here we're saying that these shapes are congruent. They are the same length and have the same angles. Now we want to know which angle responds to angle P. So angle P in this figure. So if I map this over on this side and flip it from a vertical reflection, I know that J will be congruent to angle P, right? And then it shows me how I am correct and all that jazz, right? So my next problem, I'm going to do the same thing. Which angle corresponds to angle U? Well, I notice K corresponds to angle U because it's in the same orientation from figure 1 to figure 2. So I'm going to select K, and K would be the correct answer choice, and it's going to show me. So for now, this one is saying a line segment. So I want to find line segment EC. So line segment EC is this long side. Notice it goes from the bottom to the top on how they word it. So that means ML will be the line segment that corresponds with EC, right? And this is how you do that one. All right, so for the next one, corresponding parts of congruent figures are congruent. So now, I always tell people we want to pay attention to the order of the triangles that they talk about. So here, H is 1, S is 2, X is 3. F is 1, J is 2, R is 3. So if we go to the examples, you will see this notation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So everything corresponds with everything. So if I'm saying PZ, then it's going to be JW. If I say PA, it's going to be JV. So 1 3 1 3 1 2 1 2, right? And no matter how many examples you look at, it's going to be the same thing. They're going to number them so that now you can basically understand the order that they go in, right? So if I'm saying HSX is 1 2 3, FJR is also 1 2 3. So they're saying that the measure of angle X is equal to 44 degrees, and the measure of angle H is equal to 119 degrees. Find the measure of angle J. Well, the measure of angle J is here on this triangle. However, I can find the measure of angle S, right? How will I find the measure of angle S? They said X is 44 degrees. So I'll put down 44 degrees. They say M is 119. H is 119. So H and X is what I do know. So then I put 119, right? So after that 119, I just add them up, right? I got 3, carry my 1, 6. So I got 163, right? I know in each triangle there are 180 degrees. In this triangle, I have 163 that I already know. So now go ahead and line my math up, bring my 7. So now 10 minus 3 is 7. 7 minus 6 is 1. So the angle measurement for S is 17. Well, S corresponds with J because S is a 2, J is a 2. So that means now angle J can be determined, and the measure of angle J is 17 degrees. All right. And so as I go through this, they show me how to do it, what to do, and they give me the process to lead up to my answer. All right. So we're going to go over one more question. All right. So this question pretty much sets up and lines up to be kind of similar. And what it's saying is, hey, if I have triangle KYL, 1, 2, 3 again, KYL can be mapped onto triangle VSM by translation. If YL, so YL is 2 and 3, is equal to 1, find MV. Well, MV is 3 and 1. So to me, it cannot be determined because they're giving us information on 2 and 3, not 1 and 3. So we're going to say that this cannot be determined, right? And then it breaks it down to you exactly the same way. Since LK is not given, MV cannot be determined, right? We're going to do one more for good luck since there's only two parts to this, right? So this one, we're going to talk about it the same way. So we have a quadrilateral, TWSG, can be mapped to this quadrilateral by rotation. If the measure of angle S is 56 degrees and the measure of G is 113, what's the measure of F? Find the measure of F. Well, what corresponds with the measure of F? I mean, yeah. So whatever corresponds with the measure of S, F is going to give me that angle measurement. So since S maps onto that, S is number 3, F is number 3, so F will be 56 degrees, right? So again, the number system works. Trust it and just rely on it, and you'll be fine with these set of problems. If you guys got any questions, please let me know.